Ural Mountains of Russia stand vast, cold, and unforgiving. But for a group of 9 young adventurers, the challenge was irresistible. Led by 23-year-old Igor Dyatlov, the group consisted of students and graduates from the Ural Polytechnic Institute, skilled hikers, eager to push their limits in the treacherous Russian wilderness. The group set off from the small village of Vijay, the last inhabited settlement before their expedition. Spirits were high as they began their journey into the mountains, but unknown to them, this would be their final adventure. In their diaries, the group documented their progress through the snowy wilderness, describing the harsh weather and difficult terrain. But despite the challenges, they remained optimistic and determined to reach their goal. As the group climbed higher into the mountains, the weather took a turn for the worse. Temperatures dropped to -30 degrees Celsius, and fierce winds battered their small group. They pressed on, unaware of the danger that lay ahead. Despite the worsening conditions, the hikers decided to set up camp on the exposed slope of Kholat Syakhl, known to the local Mansi people as the Mountain of the Dead. But why they chose such a dangerous spot remains a mystery. The hikers took their final photograph shortly before their disappearance. It showed them huddled together, smiling despite the harsh conditions. Little did they know, this would be their last moment of happiness. When the hikers failed to return as scheduled, a search party was sent out. After days of searching, they finally discovered the abandoned camp. But what they found was far more terrifying than they could have imagined. The hikers' tent was found partially buried in snow. Inside, all their belongings remained intact. Yet the tent had been slashed open from the inside, as though they had fled in terror. 2 bodies were found at the edge of the forest, barefoot and dressed only in their underclothes. It appeared they had tried to start a fire, but the bitter cold had taken them before they could succeed. Over the next few days, more bodies were found, each in varying stages of undress and scattered at different distances from the camp. But it was the discovery of the last 4 hikers that left investigators stunned. The final 4 hikers were found buried under several feet of snow in a ravine. 2 had suffered massive internal injuries, as though struck by an enormous force. Another was found missing her eyes, and 1 her tongue. The Soviet government launched an investigation into the incident, but their findings were inconclusive. The official cause of death was listed as a compelling natural force, but what that force was remains unknown. Some speculated that the local Mansi tribe was responsible for the hikers' deaths, but there was no evidence to support this theory. The Mansi people believed the mountain was cursed and the hikers had disturbed its ancient spirits. Others pointed to strange lights seen in the sky around the time of the hikers' deaths. Could they have been victims of extraterrestrial contact? Or was it something even more bizarre?